everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So we've got something big that we need to talk about today, specifically AB 1078, which is flying through at lightning speed. As a matter of fact, it just recently passed through committee, and I have some clips from that committee hearing that I want to show you where the author of this bill actually makes a pretty stunning admission. So for a while now, people in the state of California have been able to live without the burden of the 1 in 30 law, which basically said you can only acquire one firearm every 30 days. And that's thanks to a lawsuit called Nguyen v. Bonta. Nguyen v. Bonta won at the district court level, which allowed people in California to get as many as they want within a 30-day period. That was basically over. Now, that obviously was appealed to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. This is a case that's still going, but it was placed on hold by the Ninth Circuit pending the outcome of a case called B&L Productions v. Newsom, which went to the Supreme Court. Now, just the other week, the Supreme Court ended up not taking B&L Productions v. Newsom. So that opens up the door at the Ninth Circuit again for Nguyen v. Bonta to be appealed. But California being California, and maybe they're reading the tea leaves, they see that they're about to face a loss, they decided to introduce new legislation known as AB 1078, which instead of limiting you to 1 a month, now would limit you to 3 a month. Now, like I said in the beginning, I've got an update for you on 1078, and I've got some video for you from the committee hearing that's just going to have you yelling at your phone or TV. So stay tuned to this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the latest on 1078, and I'll also show you guys that video clip where the bill's author makes that stunning admission, which proves that they just don't care. They don't care about causation and correlation. They don't care. It's all about the gun grab. That's basically all it's ever been about. But now they're kind of saying the quiet part out loud. Now, like I said before, it was just recently passed out of committee, passed no problem because there's barely any resistance at all. But thankfully, Sam Paredes, who is from the Gun Owners of California, and if you're not a member of the GOC, definitely become a member of the GOC. They are doing amazing work. But Sam Paredes is always at the state capitol fighting back against these, and he always makes an excellent argument with the little bit of time that they give him. Now, I'm going to show you guys his clip first, because that's what leads us to the admission by the bill's author.
Chairman and member Sam Paredes, representing Gun Owners California. I enjoy listening to the proponents of this bill talk about and quote the Bruin decision. And if you really read the Bruin decision and you analyze it, you will find that there is no text or history or tradition of the government limiting the number of guns that anybody can buy at all. Doesn't exist. There isn't even something close enough that you could say is either nuanced or because of Rahimi, will be a non-duplicate statute that existed at that time commonly. Didn't exist. So the 3 gun a month, I think, is a kind of a cynical attempt to say, oh, well, okay, we can't get away with 1, so we'll avoid what the court said by making it 3. And the fact of the matter is, any limit is a violation of the Constitution. We are unalterably opposed to this. Again, the focus here is on the law-abiding, the people that obey the law, because there is not a single criminal in the world that will comply with any of these provisions at all. And when you come up and you give these statements of California's gun laws are absolutely working, you know, that is correlative. It is not causation. You have never been able to prove 1 instance of causation, only correlation, which is the lowest level of scientific analysis in the arena. So we can correlate, and you can correlate, and we come up with our own stories. But the fact of the matter is, there is no proof of what it is that you're actually saying. So we believe this to be completely unconstitutional. We are prepared to challenge it, and this, again, is something that I think that the United States Attorney General will be looking at through their Civil Rights Division in evaluating which laws affect the civil rights and the right to keep and bear arms of individual law-abiding citizens. So I guess we'll be engaging some more. I ask for a no vote against Sam Paredes with Gun Owners California.
So you can see from that video right there that Sam Perez of the GOC actually brings up some incredible arguments, like the fact that there is no historical analog for a law like this. There is nothing in our nation's history and tradition of firearms regulation that is in any way, shape, or form even kind of similar to this at all. And so it would not hold up in court. It would be considered unconstitutional, but California continues to propose bills like this. And in response to Mr. Paredes's argument, the bill's author says this.
Rolling in Wynn versus Bonta declared that California's limit to 1 gun within a 30-day period is unconstitutional. But expanding this limit to 3 guns is a direct response to that decision. And there's still ongoing litigation on this rule that I can have my witness provide. I appreciate the comment about causation versus correlation. I don't care.
Now, thankfully, Rick Travis was also there to voice his opposition on this bill.
Rick Travis, Legislative Director, California Rifle Pistol Association, strongly opposed.
But that didn't seem to matter to these committee members who passed this bill on to the next committee with almost no resistance at all.
With that, we have a motion and a second. Let's conduct the roll.
On AB 1078 by Assemblymember Berman, the motion is due pass to the Appropriations Committee. Schultz. Aye. Schultz, aye. Alanis? No. Alanis, no. Gonzalez? Haney? Harbedian? Aye. Harbedian, aye. Lackey? Nope. Lackey, no. Wynn? Ramos? Aye. Ramos, aye. Sharp Collins?
So I wanted to share that with you because it's absolutely amazing to me that they treat this as if it's some sort of bill on bottled water. They don't even give it a second thought. Everybody votes aye, except for maybe 1 or 2 people, and on it goes to the next stage, like so many other bills in the state of California right now that are moving to further restrict your constitutional rights. And let me tell you, there are several of them that we are actively working to stop. So again, make sure you contact your legislator, let them know that you oppose 1078 and you don't want to see this bill go through. It's the only way that we're ever going to get things like this stopped. If they don't hear from your voice, then really the only voice that they're going to hear from is going to be the opposition. So I wanted to thank you very much for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thumbs ups are always appreciated. That little alarm bell will let you know when new videos come out. And leave a comment. Join the conversation down below. You guys have a good one.